Luck is not a strategy. Too often we hear people attribute success to luck. They were just in the right place at the right time, they got lucky, things just worked out for them. It's a comfortable narrative because it absolves us of responsibility. If success is just a roll of the dice, then we don't have to try as hard. We don't have to take risks. We don't have to face failure. But the truth is, luck is not a strategy. It is not something we can count on, plan for, or replicate. Think about the most successful people in any industry. Did they get lucky? Maybe. But did they rely on luck? Absolutely not. They put in the work, the hours, the sacrifices. They made countless decisions, big and small, that moved them forward. Even when luck did play a role, it was their preparation that allowed them to take advantage of the opportunity. If they hadn't been ready, if they hadn't built the skills, the connections, and the mindset, the so-called lucky break would have slipped right through their fingers. Luck is passive. It suggests that success happens to us, that we are at the mercy of circumstances beyond our control. But those who achieve great things understand that they are in control of their own path. They don't sit around waiting for the universe to hand them opportunities. They go out and create them. They take risks, they make mistakes, and they learn from every experience. It is this active engagement with life that leads to meaningful success, not a random stroke of luck. There is a reason why preparation, hard work, and consistency always seem to lead to more luck. It's because those who put in the effort open more doors for themselves. They expand their knowledge, refine their skills, and position themselves in environments where opportunities are more likely to arise. The more you prepare, the more you increase your chances of being in the right place at the right time. But that's not luck. That's effort meeting opportunity. Waiting for luck is a form of procrastination. It allows people to delay action because they believe that one day something external will change their circumstances. They tell themselves that the perfect opportunity will come, that fate will intervene. But those who succeed don't wait. They move forward even when the conditions aren't ideal. They take action even when they don't have all the answers. They create momentum, and with momentum comes progress. Relying on luck also means surrendering control. It's a mindset that makes people feel powerless, as if they are just waiting for life to happen to them. This belief can be paralyzing. It can stop people from taking responsibility for their future, from making bold decisions, from pushing through challenges. When you remove luck from the equation and replace it with action, everything changes. You stop waiting and you start building. You stop hoping and you start doing. History is filled with people who were told they wouldn't make it, that they didn't have what it takes, but they didn't rely on luck. They relied on resilience, on vision, on determination. They understood that every failure was a lesson, every setback a stepping stone. When you shift your mindset away from luck and towards self-belief, you gain the power to shape your own destiny. Those who wait for luck often look back on life with regret. They wonder what could have happened if they had taken the leap, if they had trusted themselves, if they had stopped waiting and started acting. But those who believe in themselves don't have to wonder. They know that every step they took was because of their own choices, their own effort, and their own unwavering commitment to growth. The power of why, every great movement, every revolutionary idea, every world-changing innovation begins with a simple but profound question: why? It is the foundation upon which purpose is built. It is the spark that ignites passion, the force that drives persistence, and the compass that guides decision-making. Without a clear why, actions become empty. Goals become meaningless and motivation fades over time. But when you have a strong why, it becomes the fuel that pushes you forward, even when the journey is difficult. Most people know what they do. They know their job title, their responsibilities, their daily tasks. Some even know how they do it, They have a process, a strategy, a method for achieving their goals, but very few people take the time to truly understand why they do what they do. The why is not about making money or achieving success. Those are results. The why is about purpose. It's about the deeper reason that gives your work meaning. It's about the belief that drives you, the mission that keeps you going even when things get tough. Companies, teams, and individuals that operate without a strong why often struggle with direction. They chase short-term gains without a long-term vision. They make decisions based on trends rather than values. They burn out because their motivation is external rather than internal. On the other hand, those who start with why are resilient. They are driven by something bigger than themselves. They don't just sell a product or perform a service. They inspire others because they believe in something deeply. When you lead with why, you attract people who believe what you believe. This is why great leaders don't just tell people what to do, they show them why it matters. A leader with a strong why creates a movement, not just a following. Employees don't work for a paycheck, they work for a purpose. Customers don't just buy a product, they buy into a belief. This is why some brands inspire loyalty while others fade into obscurity. Because people don't connect with what you do, they connect with why you do it. The why also plays a crucial role in perseverance. Challenges are inevitable. Obstacles will arise. Without a strong why, it's easy to give up when things get difficult. But when your why is clear, quitting is not an option. You push forward, not because you have to, but because you believe in what you are doing. The most successful people in the world didn't succeed because they had the easiest path. They succeeded because they refused to quit. Their why was stronger than their obstacles. Understanding your why also brings clarity to decision-making. When faced with uncertainty, a strong why acts as a guiding principle. It helps you filter out distractions and focus on what truly matters. It prevents you from saying yes to things that don't align with your values. It helps you stay on course even when faced with pressure to conform or compromise. People and organizations that lack a clear why often find themselves lost, jumping from one idea to another, never truly committing to a path. The best part about finding your why is that it creates a ripple effect. When you operate with purpose, you inspire others to do the same. Passion is contagious. People want to be part of something meaningful. They want to follow leaders who believe in something bigger than themselves. They want to contribute to a cause that aligns with their own values. When you live by your why, you don't just achieve success, you create impact. Discovering your why is not always easy. It requires reflection, introspection, and honesty. It means looking beyond surface-level goals and digging deep into what truly drives you. It means asking hard questions, challenging assumptions, and being willing to redefine your path. But once you find it, everything changes. Work becomes more meaningful, challenges become more manageable, life itself gains a new sense of direction and fulfillment. Hard work creates opportunities. Opportunities are often seen as random moments of luck, as if they appear out of nowhere for a fortunate few. But the reality is, opportunities are not handed out. They are created. They are the result of consistent effort, resilience, and an unshakable commitment to progress. Hard work is not just about putting in long hours. It's about showing up every day with intention, pushing beyond comfort, and preparing for moments that others might call luck. The people who seem to have endless opportunities are rarely the ones waiting for them to appear. They are the ones putting themselves in situations where opportunities are more likely to happen. They are learning, growing, and expanding their skills. They are networking, building relationships, and taking action. Hard work doesn't guarantee immediate success, but it increases the probability of being in the right place at the right time. And when that moment arrives, they are ready. Effort compounds over time. Every skill you develop, every connection you make, every small step you take contributes to a foundation that can support greater opportunities. Hard work doesn't always produce visible results right away, and that's why so many people give up too soon. They expect immediate rewards, and when they don't see them, they assume their efforts are pointless. But those who persist, who keep showing up even when no one is watching, are the ones who eventually break through. One of the greatest advantages of hard work is that it builds confidence. When you put in the effort, when you dedicate yourself to improving every single day, you gain an inner belief that no one can take away from you. That confidence becomes a magnet for opportunities. People notice those who are committed, who show discipline, who are willing to put in the work even when it's difficult. When opportunities arise, decision makers look for those who have already proven their dedication. Hard work also allows you to create your own opportunities. Instead of waiting for someone to recognize your potential, you demonstrate it. Instead of hoping for a chance, you build something that makes people take notice. Every successful entrepreneur, athlete, or artist has stories of moments when they had to carve out their own path. They didn't wait for permission. They created value, and in doing so, they attracted opportunities that others never saw. Many people misunderstand the relationship between hard work and opportunity. They assume that working hard should bring immediate rewards, and when it doesn't, they feel discouraged. But hard work is not just about effort. It's about consistency, adaptability, and learning from failures. The most successful people in any field are those who use setbacks as stepping stones, who see challenges as lessons, and who continue refining their craft even when no one is applauding. Hard work also separates those who dream from those who achieve. Everyone has ideas, goals, and ambitions, but only those who take action move forward. The world is filled with people who talk about what they want to do someday, but someday never comes because they are waiting for perfect conditions. The people who succeed are those who take action now, who make progress even when it's inconvenient, even when they don't feel ready. Over time, hard work becomes a habit. It stops being something you force yourself to do and starts being a natural part of who you are. It shifts from being an obligation to an advantage. The more you work, the more capable you become. The more capable you become, the more trust you build. The more trust you build, the more doors open for you. Opportunity is not about luck. It is about preparation meeting the right moment. And the best way to prepare is through relentless, disciplined effort. Failure is a lesson, not fate. Failure is one of the most misunderstood concepts in our society. From a young age, we are taught to fear it, to avoid mistakes, and to see failure as a sign of weakness. But in reality, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary part of it. Every great innovator, leader, and entrepreneur has faced failure at some point. What sets them apart is not that they avoided failure, but that they learned from it. They understood that failure is not a final destination, it is a lesson that shapes the path forward. When we fail, we are presented with an opportunity to reflect, to analyze what went wrong, and to grow. Each setback carries valuable insights that can refine our approach, strengthen our skills, and make us better equipped for the next challenge. The people who achieve greatness are not those who never fail. They are the ones who fail, learn, and try again with more knowledge and experience than before. The most dangerous thing about failure is not the failure itself. It is the meaning we assign to it. Too many people see failure as a reflection of their identity. They believe that if they fail at something, it means they are not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. But failure is not a verdict on who we are. It is simply feedback. It tells us what doesn't work, what needs improvement, and where we need to grow. The sooner we detach our self-worth from our failures, the sooner we can use them as stepping stones instead of roadblocks. History is filled with examples of people who turned failure into success. Thomas Edison conducted thousands of failed experiments before he successfully created the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team before becoming one of the greatest players of all time. These stories are not exceptions. They are proof that failure is a necessary ingredient in the journey to excellence. What made these individuals extraordinary was their ability to see failure as a lesson, not as a reason to quit. One of the biggest benefits of failure is that it builds resilience. Every time you fail and get back up, you become mentally stronger. You develop the ability to handle adversity, to navigate uncertainty, and to keep moving forward despite challenges. Success is not about avoiding failure. It is about developing the resilience to keep going in the face of it. Those who achieve great things in life are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to be defeated by it. Failure also forces us to innovate. When things don't go as planned, we are pushed to think differently, to find new solutions, and to explore possibilities we may not have considered otherwise. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history have come from failures that led to unexpected discoveries. When we shift our perspective from seeing failure as an endpoint to seeing it as a source of creativity and innovation, we unlock new levels of potential. The fear of failure holds many people back from taking risks, from pursuing their dreams, and from stepping outside their comfort zones. But the truth is, failure is not nearly as dangerous as regret. It is far better to try and fail than to spend a lifetime wondering, what if? Failure may leave temporary scars, but regret lasts forever. The people who live the most fulfilling lives are the ones who embrace failure as part of the process, knowing that every setback brings them one step closer to their goals. Failure is not something to be ashamed of, it is something to embrace. It is a teacher, a guide, and a necessary part of growth. The only real failure in life is refusing to try or giving up too soon. Every time we fail, we are given a choice: to let it define us or to let it refine us. Those who succeed are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who use failure as fuel to push forward, to improve, and to ultimately achieve greatness. Mindset shapes reality. The way we see the world determines the way we experience it. Our mindset, our beliefs, attitudes, and perceptions acts like a lens through which we interpret every event, challenge, and opportunity. Two people can go through the exact same situation and walk away with completely different outcomes, not because of luck or external circumstances, but because of the way they choose to see it. When we believe in possibilities, we find solutions. When we believe in limitations, we create obstacles. The mind is powerful, and the way we train it shapes the reality we live in. A growth mindset sees potential in every challenge, while a fixed mindset sees defeat in every difficulty. Those with a growth mindset understand that intelligence, talent, and ability are not fixed traits. They can be developed through effort and learning. They see setbacks as opportunities to grow rather than proof of failure. On the other hand, those with a fixed mindset believe their abilities are set in stone. They avoid challenges, fear failure, and see effort as pointless. Over time, this difference in perspective determines who thrives and who remains stuck. Our thoughts influence our actions, and our actions shape our reality. If someone believes they are not capable of success, they will hesitate to take risks, avoid new opportunities, and ultimately create a reality where they remain stagnant. But when someone believes they are capable of learning, adapting, and improving, they take action, make progress, and build a reality where success becomes inevitable. The way we think drives the way we behave, and the way we behave shapes the results we achieve. Mindset also affects how we handle failure and setbacks. A person with a negative mindset sees failure as proof that they are not good enough. They dwell on mistakes, blame circumstances, and give up easily. But a person with a strong, positive mindset sees failure as feedback. They ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I improve?" Instead of seeing obstacles as dead ends, they see them as stepping stones. Over time, this perspective makes all the difference between those who grow and those who remain stuck. One of the most powerful aspects of mindset is that it determines what we focus on. If we constantly focus on problems, we will always feel overwhelmed. If we focus on possibilities, we will always find opportunities. The brain is wired to look for what we tell it to focus on. If we believe that good things are possible, we start noticing opportunities that we might have ignored before. If we believe that success is out of reach, we reinforce our own doubts and miss the chances right in front of us. Mindset also influences the way we interact with others. A scarcity mindset sees life as a competition, believing that success is limited and that one person's gain is another's loss. This leads to jealousy, comparison, and fear. But an abundance mindset believes that success is limitless, that there is enough for everyone, and that collaboration leads to growth. Those with an abundance mindset support others, build meaningful relationships, and attract opportunities simply because they operate from a place of confidence rather than fear. The power of mindset extends beyond just personal success. It shapes how we respond to life itself. Every day, we face situations that we cannot control, but what we can always control is our response. We can choose to see obstacles as burdens or as lessons. We can choose to see challenges as unfair or as chances to grow. We can choose to focus on what is missing or on what is possible. These choices, repeated over time, shape the quality of our lives in ways far greater than we realize. The mind is like a muscle. The more we train it to focus on growth, resilience, and possibilities, the stronger it becomes. People who achieve great things in life do not have fewer struggles. They simply have a mindset that allows them to keep going despite them. When we master our mindset, we gain the ability to shape our own reality, turning challenges into opportunities, failures into lessons, and dreams into achievements. Great leaders make their own path true. Leadership is not about following the footsteps of those who came before. It is about forging a path where none existed before. Great leaders do not wait for permission, nor do they rely on conventional wisdom to dictate their journey. They see possibilities where others see limitations, and they are willing to step into the unknown, guided by vision rather than validation. While many people look for a roadmap to success, great leaders understand that their journey will be unique, shaped by their values, choices, and unwavering belief in something greater than themselves. The world is filled with people who conform, who follow the traditional path because it feels safe. But history is shaped by those who dare to break the mold, who refuse to accept the status quo, and who are willing to challenge outdated norms. Every industry, every movement, every revolution was sparked by someone who asked, "What if there's a better way?" Instead of waiting for opportunity, great leaders create it. Instead of looking for guarantees, they take calculated risks. They don't wait to be chosen, they choose themselves. Making your own path is not easy. It requires resilience in the face of doubt, criticism, and failure. When you step outside the comfort of the known, you will face resistance. People will question your choices, and obstacles will test your commitment. But great leaders do not allow fear or uncertainty to dictate their actions. They understand that every challenge is an opportunity to grow, every setback is a lesson, and every failure is a necessary step towards something greater. The difference between those who lead and those who follow is the willingness to keep going when the road gets tough. Great leaders also know that their path is not just about personal success, it is about impact. They do not build for themselves alone. They pave the way for others to follow. The most influential leaders in history, whether in business, politics, or social movements, did not simply achieve personal greatness. They changed the way people think, work, and live. They built something bigger than themselves. They created opportunities not just for their own advancement, but for generations to come. A crucial part of leadership is the ability to trust yourself when no one else does. When you step outside the expected path, you often walk alone at first. Many people will not understand your vision until they see it in action. This is why belief in oneself is one of the defining traits of great leaders. They do not wait for external approval or validation. They do not let doubt from others shake their conviction. Instead, they move forward with confidence, knowing that their vision will take shape through action. Innovation comes from those who dare to think differently. Every groundbreaking idea, whether in technology, business, or art, was initially met with skepticism. Great leaders embrace this reality. They understand that resistance is a sign that they are on to something new. Instead of seeking comfort and familiarity, they seek growth in discomfort. They are willing to disrupt, to take risks, and to stand firm in their beliefs, even when the world tells them they are wrong. The ability to make your own path is also tied to adaptability. The world is constantly changing, and those who cling too tightly to tradition are often left behind. Great leaders do not just carve a path and walk away. They remain open to new ideas, new challenges, and new ways of thinking. They are students as much as they are teachers. They understand that true leadership is not about having all the answers, but about being willing to ask better questions. Ultimately, what sets great leaders apart is their courage. It is the courage to trust their instincts, to challenge the norm, and to take action even in the face of uncertainty. They do not let fear of failure keep them from moving forward. Instead, they use failure as a tool for refinement. They understand that leadership is not great leaders make their own path true. Leadership is not about following the crowd or waiting for someone else to show the way. It is about having the courage to step into the unknown, challenge the status quo, and carve a path where none exists. The greatest leaders in history did not wait for permission or rely on conventional wisdom. They created their own opportunities, set their own standards, and pursued their vision despite obstacles and resistance. Leadership is not given, it is taken by those bold enough to believe in something greater than themselves and persistent enough to bring that vision to life. Great leaders are defined not by their titles or positions, but by their ability to inspire, innovate, and take action. They do not conform to what is easy or accepted. They challenge norms, question outdated practices, and seek better ways to move forward. They understand that real progress does not come from walking a well-paved road, but from forging a new one, even when it is uncertain, difficult, or unpopular. This willingness to take risks and push boundaries is what separates those who lead from those who follow. The path of leadership is often lonely, not because leaders prefer isolation, but because their vision is often ahead of its time. Many people resist change, choosing comfort over growth and familiarity over innovation. A true leader does not let this deter them. They stand firm in their beliefs, even when others doubt them. They stay committed to their mission, even when faced with failures and setbacks. And through this resilience, they earn the trust and respect of those who eventually come to see the value of their vision. Leaders who make their own path do not wait for the perfect moment. They take action despite uncertainty, knowing that waiting for certainty is a recipe for inaction. They trust their instincts, adapt as they go, and learn from experience rather than relying on external validation. They understand that leadership is not about having all the answers, but about having the willingness to find them. Every challenge they face becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable of leading others. Another defining trait of great leaders is their ability to remain unwavering in their purpose while staying flexible in their approach. They do not stubbornly cling to one method. Instead, they adjust and evolve while keeping their end goal in mind. They learn from failures, refine their strategies, and embrace change as a necessary part of progress. Their ability to balance conviction with adaptability makes them not only visionaries, but also problem solvers who can navigate uncertainty with confidence. Great leaders also understand that making their own path does not mean walking alone. They surround themselves with people who challenge, support, and push them to be better. They build teams that share their values and empower others to take ownership of the vision. They recognize that true leadership is not about control, but about enabling others to lead in their own right. Through mentorship, collaboration, and trust, they create a ripple effect, inspiring future leaders to forge their own paths as well. Leadership is not for the faint of heart. It demands resilience in the face of adversity, courage in the face of doubt, an unwavering belief in a vision that others may not yet see. It requires the strength to keep moving forward when the road is unclear, and the willingness to embrace discomfort as the price of growth. Those who wait for approval, who seek safety over progress, or who fear standing out, will always be limited by the paths others have already walked. But those who dare to lead create opportunities not just for themselves, but for generations to come. In the end, leadership is not about following a predetermined route. It is about defining your own. The greatest leaders do not wait for someone to show them the way. They step forward, take risks, and create a path where none existed before. Their courage, vision, and determination shape the world around them, proving that leadership is not about finding a path, but about having the strength to make one.